have some catching up to do. If you're somebody who's just like organically clicking, I did decide to just like hop on here, no makeup, nothing, you know. Having a crisis about my hair. I have a lot going on. You just so happen to be somebody, maybe there are some of you, I would actually be very, very interested. I feel like when I do these like seasonal diaries, it's funny because it's like they're themed vlogs, but at the same time, I still always just make them like slice of life. It's just interesting. Like if you're clicking on this for the first time and you don't even know me and I'm doing a catch-up session, something that I did this fall of 2025 is give birth. Yes, I have been mothering. I am mother era. Can you tell that I don't know how to announce literally anything? I have just been, you know, in it. I haven't actively filmed a vlog or video or talked to a camera in a while. For the past like 2-ish weeks, I've been trying to talk to the camera and I was like, I'll just restart the vlog because it was just kind of a mess. We're trying again with this vlog. We'll see if it gets posted. Hey. But yes, I have given birth to a healthy, beautiful, wonderful, amazing baby girl. I didn't announce the gender or anything anywhere. You guys didn't miss that. I am navigating being a mom because I want to make this clear though, however. I want to kind of get this, not like disclaimer, but I want to get this out of the way. When I announced, I don't know why that feels so weird of me to say, but when I talked about my pregnancy for the first time on my YouTube channel, I was like, I'm not really talking about it, and I continue not to talk about it. Some of my most recent uploads though, I did chat about it. I did a nesting vlog and I did like a pregnancy chat. I was very scared to even like talk about pregnancy because the internet can just be a very mean place, and I didn't want to talk about pregnancy and then like all the comments be like, oh my gosh, this is all she talks about. I feel like I was very, very scared of that. Just, I've said it before, the anxiety sometimes and the overwhelming advice, and it comes from a very good-hearted place, and I do appreciate all of it, but sometimes it can feel very, very overwhelming, especially as a first-time mom, when you have people in your personal life telling you things, you are looking up things, you are getting things thrown at you, and then like all of the comments. And so I just didn't want to talk about it because I wasn't ready for all of those things, as in like to kind of get that aspect of social media thrown into my personal life. That being said, from here on out, like me sharing things, I'm not sharing my child online. You will never see like pictures of my child's face online. I am navigating that, however, though, because you know, my child is a part of my life. So if you may see like an Instagram photo dump and you can tell that my child is in a photo, just navigating that, because I said this from the beginning as well. It's just something that I'm going, how many times am I gonna use the word navigate? It's something that I'm going to try to navigate because I do share my life online. I don't share a ton of my life online, but I am a mom that is a part of my life. She is a huge part of my life that has changed my life in such a big and amazing way. Just trying to kind of feel out, you know, what we're doing and stuff. However, I will talk about being a mom. I don't know how much, you know, and obviously because it affects my life in a huge way. I do have a child, but that's not what I'm making content about, because I know there was some confusion of like, you said you weren't talking about pregnancy, but now all of a sudden you are. You said it's not what your channel is about. That is correct. Just because I make one video kind of wanting to talk about it because it is a part of my life does not mean that that's all the videos are going to be. But yeah, I'm just trying to navigate it where, you know, I will talk about things about being a mom and stuff, because I know those of you who are mothers or expecting, or, you know, just find that aspect of life to be interesting, because maybe one day you will want to start a family. I don't know necessarily what that is going to look like yet. That is what's going on with me. I have come back mother. Hello. On to some things that I have missed since I've been gone that y'all may want my opinion on. First and foremost, we are literally so close to the Taylor album release. That is crazy. I think that's one of my last vlogs. I vlogged like kind of my reaction to the news and all of that stuff. But it is crazy. Like, I keep thinking about that because I'm like, we're literally about to get a new album from her, and it's like in the background. It's like this. Like, it's like over my shoulder, and I'll just be like remembering that it's there. However, Sabrina Carpenter did in fact release Man's Best Friend, and I have been non-stop listening to that album. Last year when Short and Sweet came out, literally have it as one of my favorite albums displayed right now, which I do need to be better about changing those out, because collect vinyls, and then I have 4 of these little pictures that I got from Amazon, and it's like ways to display a vinyl. And I usually try to like switch out, you know, my favorite albums at the moment. And last year, whenever she released Short and Sweet, I said it was a no skip album for me. Like I can listen to every single song on that album, and that doesn't happen to me with a lot of artists. Like there will be an album that I'm like, oh yeah, I like a majority of the songs or like a few of the songs, but it's not a no skip album where like there are not a lot of albums that I could just press play and listen to every single song. Off the top of my head, Short and Sweet, spoiler alert, Man's Best Friend, Folklore, Evermore, Midnight, Tortured Poets Department. Tortured Poets Department for the most part. I don't love Manuscript. Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. Those are off the top of my head. There are more. Oh, 1989 by Taylor Swift, absolutely. Also, anyway, if I thought Short and Sweet was a no skip album, Man's Best Friend is truly, every single song is perfection. I love it so much because if you guys know me and know my music taste and stuff, I love like 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s music. That music specifically, like the 70s and 80s, that's like my era for music. This album gives me that kind of like disco 70s, 80s vibe, a little bit of R&B. I'm like, it's everything that I love. Literally one of my favorite albums ever. Like I'm not even joking. It's just so much fun. It's such a good vibe, and it's been perfect for the season of life that I'm in to have just such a fun pop album that is just fun to sing and fun to listen to. So I thought that I would share with you guys my ranking, and we're gonna start from the bottom, which is number 12. So we're gonna go from least favorite to most favorite. Number 12, When Did You Get Hot? I know this song was like trending. I saw people making videos with this song, but I will listen to the song and I do like the song. However, I feel like the bottom 3, I feel like if there were songs that I would probably skip over, like if I'm going for like a quick car ride, you know what I mean, where you don't have the leisure, like you want to get your favorites in, these would probably get skipped. 11, Tears. 10, Sugar Talking. Number 9 is Manchild. Number 8, House Tour. Number 7, Don't Worry, I'll Make You Worry. I love the melody of this song. Number 6, My Man on Willpower. Now we're in my top 5. Number 5, Never Getting Laid. Number 4, Goodbye. Top 3. Number 3, We Almost Broke Up Again Last Night. Number 2, Go-Go Juice. Number 1, this one gave me the utmost, like kind of almost like disco ABBA vibes, and that's Nobody's Son. Nobody's Son is my favorite on the album, and I love the little bridge of the song as well. It's perfect. Sabrina's new album, absolute banger, love it so much. On another note, The Summer I Turned Pretty, it has ended, and there's no more The Summer I Turned Pretty show. However, the cringe level has gone up with each season for me. There is a movie. I'm confused by it, if I'm being honest. I guess I just didn't see the point of making a movie. Anyway, plans that I have for this vlog. We're just gonna be vlogging, but also there's a few things I want to get the fall decor out and decorated. I'm decorating like a lot later into like fall. I don't even know if fall has technically actually seasonally started yet, but everybody has moved on from summer, even though Indiana weather hasn't. It was feeling like fall so consistently, and then all of a sudden Indiana was like, heat wave. In this vlog, we're gonna be just doing regular life things, but I'm gonna be decorating for fall. I want to do some fall like outfit planning, talking about like specific pieces for the fall time that I want or have and want to style, and kind of like what I have been feeling with that, because especially being like postpartum in this, like I feel like I have just been really loving Pinterest and trying to like romanticize little things, and one of those things is just like outfits and fashion. I don't know what else we'll get up to. We have like a few activities and everything. I don't know. Let's get to it. Okay, we have our go-go juice for the day, but also for this task, and it fits the vibe. This tote is the one that has majority of the fall decor that I had last year. Let's take a look at it. I forget what we had. So I think this tote is more like pillows and stuff that I have. So this is really cute. I really like this. This is a like table, like center table runner. Some pumpkins. Okay, I think these pillows went on our bed. Oh, this blanket is cute too for a throw blanket for our bed. We have this base that you can put like some, what is that called? of that. So may need to go, I don't know where Stella's at. Is it like Hobby Lobby or something? I don't know. You guys know, like the fake leaves and stuff. Oh, I have another one. Okay, I really like that. There's this smaller one. Oh, because this one came with the little foliage. See, like stuff like this is what you put in those. Okay, these pumpkins are glass. They're really pretty. Oh yeah, okay. Maybe these should go on the kitchen. We also have some different throw blankets. We have this like jack-o'-lantern. This one is more just plain fall. These are actually good because I can throw these on in our living room, and I feel like they're good like living room blankets. Okay, let me see what is in here. Oh my gosh, these cute little Mickey and Minnie salt shakers. These are adorable. I'm so glad that this survived the move. I don't know how it did. Okay, great. This is all of the stuff we have. So let me go grab what I got this year. Okay, all of that stuff is stuff you guys have seen, except I did get a few things. I remember like my mom a few months ago, I think like at the beginning of August. Is that a few months ago? What even is time? A few months ago, my mom was at TJ Maxx and she found these two standing figures. This one is Winnie the Pooh, and I think, are we dressed as a witch? And we also, look at this. This is so cute. The two of them, I thought that this would maybe be cute by the front door. Also, I did get my hands on some of the Halloween jelly cats, which I usually put up in the book room. I think I have the pumpkin. I have like some in my closet. This little ghost that is literally adorable. I got the little mini pumpkin, and then we have the Bartholomew bear with little spider, even though I literally have an actual phobia of spiders. Like, I'm terrified of them, but this is cute. I do wish I would have got the Bartholomew bear pumpkin whenever it was like I could get it. I remember debating on it so many times and I was like, no, I'm not gonna get it. And now I'm like, yeah, I wish, because people are like reselling that for so much money and I just refuse to buy into that. I'm gonna take all of this out, kind of look at everything, and then decide where everything is going. Let's get to starting our decorating. Hello everybody. I woke up this morning. Woke up is generous. I got up at 7 this morning, and then I took Charlie on a little solo walk. I usually try to take her on a little solo walk early in the morning. We've been kind of like going out and getting coffee, so it's kind of like a day-to-day thing of how we feel if we like go out and go to a coffee shop and get a coffee. I am aware that I just made this one, but if I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna drink a whole ton of this, and it's still steaming hot. I will try to track down and remember, I think I got this on Etsy, so I'll try to track down the shop that I bought it from. The reason that we're out here chatting, I wanted to kind of incorporate my current read into today's vlog because I am absolutely loving them. I've been trying to loving to like pick up my Kindle and read and not worry about it being like a reading vlog. I have been reading If It Makes You Happy, and I've been waiting for this book to come out just because I love the autumnal vibes of the cover. The author was like, it's set in the 90s, and I was like, okay. And then it was like inspired by Gilmore Girls, and I was like, okay. The thing that's scary though about that, when people are like inspired by Gilmore Girls, sometimes, I'm not talking about this book, but sometimes it can really just feel like they're ripping off Gilmore Girls, and they basically just like used that blueprint and didn't try to make the story theirs at all, and basically they're just writing like Stars Hollow fan fiction. I feel like there is a distinct difference from being like inspired by something, like the vibe of the town and stuff, versus literally just like taking all of that and making it just unoriginal. However, with this one, I will say you can definitely see the inspiration that come from Gilmore Girls. However, I do feel like, in my opinion, this author is making it her own. You can almost see like when she's describing, like there was like a harvest festival, which is funny because when they say harvest festival, I think of Parks and Recreation, because in Parks and Recreation, that's like a big plot line in season 3 of the Harvest Fest. In my mind, like I'm picturing the town of Gilmore Girls, so it's just funny in instances like that. Yes, and she runs like an inn, but it's very much her own thing because basically our main character, her name's Michelle, she has recently just went through a great loss of her mom. She's also like dealing with some other personal things in life, and basically she's there to run the inn until her sister graduates college. There's an interesting dynamic between her and her mom, like kind of learning about who her mom became through the people in the small town. And then you have our male main character, and this is also a dual POV book, which I'm absolutely eating up. Like I am loving it. So our male main character is Cliff, and he just has like such a good personality for our FMC, but also for the book. Like everybody in the town loves him. He's a baker, he like runs the bakery in town, but he has like this sense of humor and wit about him with literally like every single character. Even with his 2 daughters, he has like a 16-year-old, and is she 8? Is the other daughter 8? Like, and also these characters are like a little bit older. I think they're in their 30s. It's kind of also that reverse, because you guys know like in Gilmore Girls, Lorelai is the one that's like the single parent and like has the teenager, and in this one it's him. But he's very loved, and then he kind of sets out to help Michelle because Michelle is very much not a people person, and to run someplace like the inn, you know, she's kind of seeing where her like not having people skills is kind of, you know, affecting things. So that's where I'm at, where they're kind of teaming up. Right now I am 31% into the book. I am so pleasantly surprised, and I don't want to say that in a way that's like I just expect like every fall autumnal book to just not be good. That's not what I'm saying, because I do and have rated them highly and very much enjoyed like my fall autumnal read. However, with this one, the author's writing just really sticks out to me. Like I have annotated so many different just little lines in the book that I just feel like are so good, like in the way that they are written and capture just little moments, and I just really didn't expect that, honestly. I don't know if I'm articulating this well enough, because I don't want it to seem like all of these fall autumnal books are just like surface level, but I was just pleasantly surprised by it when opening it. Like I don't know what I expected, but anyway, I'll read you a few of them. This one, this was the first line that I annotated, and whenever I read it I was like, what? His eyes relax like he's mentally extending a chair for me to join him in our silent, all-seeing space. He's kicking his feet back, he's not going anywhere. Like just think, like she is describing their eye contact in that way. And then we go on, literally just the next page, and it says, give me 2 years in a single room with one person and we'd still be strangers. Maybe that's where I went wrong with my marriage. And that's kind of like describing her kind of people skills, but also I just thought that that was a very interesting like little quote. Again, the way that these 2 characters go about describing each other. I'm allowed to be near dogs. The man counters with a laugh. It's the type of laugh that seems like it's been on the edge of his teasing lips this whole time, like it belongs in that little crease beside his mouth. Then this one, he's beaming down at Brittany with that lopsided grin of his. I can't decide whether he's charming or, I don't know, cocky. It's like a whole comedy routine is permanently at his lips, ready to be unleashed without request. And then this is him talking about her opening up just like a tiny bit. And I loved the way that this was described. It says, I hesitate to respond. It's the first time I've seen a crack in her doorway, almost like she's letting me slip a foot through. Something about that I just loved. I don't know why. There are so many just little joys in this author's writing where, yes, it's giving you the fall vibes, like absolutely, but I feel like it's so good because it's not fall centered. Like, we're not just like, oh, we're going over to the pumpkin patch. Like, yes, there has been a scene where they are literally like at the harvest festival and there's like pumpkins and stuff, but it doesn't feel like too much, and it still feels like we're really focusing on building up characters in a story and a setting. I just wanted to share that with you guys, that is my current read. I'm really loving it, and I'm hoping to get through this one today, like be able to finish it, because I'm just very much loving reading it right now. Also, I have officially switched over my Kindle case to my fall Kindle case. It's still from the same shop. It's Bergamot and Sunshine, if that's right off the top of my head. I'm gonna link it, the shop, down below. They have like so many different cases, and that's where my seashell case was from. And then I have this one. I have another Gilmore Girls case that's more springy, and then I also got a Christmas one from them. I think I'm going to go inside and make some breakfast. Charlie is like exploring our yard right now, looking for somebody or something to bark at, but I'm gonna bring her back inside, that way she does not bother anybody in the neighborhood. I am ready for winding down for the night. It is literally like 7:40. Thankfully, I want to say thankfully, light outside at this time, because when it starts getting dark early, that's when things don't go that well. One thing I did get done today was I did finish If It Makes You Happy, and I'll tell you what made me happy was this book. What made me sad was this book ending. I genuinely was so sad when this book was over, because there was an epilogue and then there was kind of like a bonus epilogue, and both of them I was like, this is not enough. With both of these epilogues, it kind of like, I feel like gave closure to the story and all of the characters that were involved, and I was like, wait, we're not getting another book? Like, this isn't going to be like a connected series of some sort? I absolutely loved it. I feel like it didn't give me a 5-star feeling, but it was very close. I landed on like a 4.5 stars with this one. It's such a good book because it does have that fall vibe, but I could also say that I feel like you could read it, well, you could read it anytime. Literally, there's no rules to this. It also like goes through Thanksgiving and Christmas. Like, it's not just for like the Halloween season, but it is just such a, one, cozy book, two, it's such a like slice of life. Like, I feel like, I don't want to say there's no plot, because I feel like that can kind of feel like you're like discounting the book a little bit, but what I mean by that is like, there's no plot. Is that our FMC is running this in, and then she meets single dad baker that lives next door. Like, that is it. Like, that is truly what you are experiencing, and you're just watching, basically watching. You're reading them just kind of have these like slice of life moments of, you know, them hanging out with her kids, or them having moments, no, what am I talking about? Them hanging out with his kids, and kind of how she goes into that part of their life. Also, some self-exploration is going on, and also just the moments between the two characters romantically. It just all was so good. The side characters were such perfect addition. I literally loved all of it so much, and like I already said, I also just loved the communication style in this book. Like, here's the thing, miscommunication is a part of life. Like, everybody miscommunicates probably at one point, like every single day. There's tiny little miscommunications that everybody does. However, it is a trope in romance books to be like, that is the third act conflict. Literally, that happens in every single romance book. Sometimes it just depends on the way an author decides to spin it. whether that's like an argument or whether that's like something that happens, whatever. I feel like we didn't have that really with this book. Kind of, but not in an annoying way. I finished that one. I absolutely loved it. I thought that I could share as a closing thought a few more of my favorite quotes from the book of just parts that I really love. Literally, this description when he looks at her, it says, "The glow of the small lamp on the front desk reflects on her pink cheeks, casting her eyes in a dark shadow where she peers at me with a grin. The world tilts. It suddenly feels like I'm falling through the ground, straight to the center of the earth. God, she's breathtaking." I laugh again and the joy feels so foreign, but it's there, releasing from me through a collapsed dam. I hold my hand over my mouth to stop myself from laughing louder. Cliff smiles down at me, almost like he doesn't want to see anything else but me. And you guys don't understand this storyline also of this, of like our FMC finding genuine pure happiness for what is essentially the first time in her life, and how the MMC plays into that. Beautiful. Somewhere in the last month we become inseparable, and I don't know when it started. It's like how one day the leaves are bright and green and then suddenly they're flittering to the ground in dull browns and oranges. The seasons of our relationship changed without my consent. Now I don't know what to make of us. Those are just a few more of my favorite quotes. I have so many other ones annotated, but I feel like it's too much of a slice of like kind of the romantic element or like storyline plot, so I'm not going to share those, but I have so many of them. But if it makes you happy, unexpected banger, because I was like, wow, this is so good. Again, not that I expected it to be bad. It's just that, I don't know, I feel like I'm not encapsulating the feeling of which is in my brain well. Like when you go into what could kind of be categorized as seasonal reads, sometimes like your expectations aren't very high because you're like, I'm just kind of reading it for the vibe, you know, like I'm not really expecting anything spectacular with this, and then one will just like sneak up on you and it'll surprise you, and this was one of them. This vlog is a little all over the place time-wise, like the amount of time that I've been filming this vlog. It's over the span of a lot of days, but it's my first video period that I'm like getting back into things, kind of trying to figure out and very lightly kind of put the pieces of the puzzle together for filming and things like that with how my life looks now. Here we have this vlog, okay? Today I woke up so happy because it is 70 degrees outside today. It is a rainy day. It's going to be raining all day. Here is kind of where I am going with this, is that I love, like I get excited to put an outfit together when it is the fall time the most, but also the winter time. Where I lose a little bit of motivation in the winter is just because it is so cold outside that I don't want to go anywhere. That's what happens in the winter. But in the fall, the weather is, it's so cozy. There are so many fun like activities to do where you're not freezing. Today is the first official day of fall, which is so exciting. I remember looking it up. September 22nd is the first official day of fall. The funny thing with Indiana is that it's always been like this, where it can be literally like in the 90s during the fall, or it can be quite literally snowing. There have been multiple Halloweens where it is literally snowing and it is so freezing outside. Basically, we've been in a little bit of a heat wave where it's been in the high 80s like every single day, and it has made me so upset because I am obviously trying to get into fall. I mean, it is now officially fall. One of my favorite things about fall is finally being able to be excited about like putting outfits together and feeling like you're in a cute outfit, because I've said it once, I'll say it again, I do enjoy summer. I love going to the beach. I love all of those vibes. However, I just feel like I don't know how to dress in the summertime. I never have a cute outfit in the summer. I just feel like it's not cute. I love like the shoes, the outfits, and everything that comes with fall and winter fashion. I feel like I have not mastered, you know, dressing cute for summer. Don't even get me started on spring, because spring here in Indiana, it still feels like winter. Something that I think I'm going to do in the next fall diary, which will be in October, so hopefully we'll have some like actual fall weather that is very consistent, where I'm not like, okay, you know, I haven't been able to wear my cute fall outfits because it's literally been almost 90 degrees outside. So I want to do that in the next fall diaries. I want to do like a styling portion where I show like some of my favorite fall pieces and stuff that I have and kind of talk about that. But I was just watching Cozy K's video the other day while I was decorating for fall. She basically made a video where she did like fall planning, and I love when she does this because I love her channel so much, but also she is just the like epitome of coziness, and she like sits down and always just plans out like what she wants her season to look like. But she was talking about certain fashion that she's liking and kind of like outfit inspiration, so I thought that would be fun to sit down and kind of break it down into categories and talk about my favorite and like kind of what I am going to be wearing this fall and like what I'm looking out for, what I'm wanting to style, things like that. So I thought that would be fun because we can kind of just sit down and talk about it, and I can throw some images up of inspiration that I have. Let's talk fall outfits. First category that we're going to be talking about are shoes. I'm going to share a little bit of words of wisdom that my mom shared with me all throughout high school in moments of maybe frustration with me. I remember this so vividly because I would get up, I would do my hair, do my makeup, pick out a cute outfit, and by the time I was running out the door, literally running to be, you know, on time for school, I would just throw on whatever shoe. Like I was throwing on shoes and socks that basically destroyed the outfit. I remember my mom used to always tell me, she was like, shoes make your outfit. Like if you're going to be putting in all this effort, go put on a pair of shoes that matches it. Because y'all, I'm telling you, I would put on a really cute outfit. And this was also just fashion kind of back when I was in high school as well, where the Birkenstocks, like just the two ones and then the ones that wrap around the toe were popular. But I would put on like an outfit that definitely did like not go with those at all. And I would like throw on those, or I would throw on like a pair of just like white Vans with like crazy socks. Anyway, so shoes do make an outfit, honestly. Sorry to say it, sorry to be the bearer of bad news maybe, but here are some shoes that I am into this fall. First of all, this is one that I am heavily debating on. I know that there are dupes out there, but the Fry style boot is what I'm calling it. It is this basically kind of like almost knee-high kind of style boot, and I think they used to be popular, like was it back in the 90s or 2000s, and now they're kind of having a resurgence because people have like old Fry boots or like have thrifted Fry boots that I've seen. I don't know the history on them honestly, but I do think that they're very cute. I do think that I would get a dupe of them. Like I know Steve Madden has some, which are still on the pricey side. However, they are not as expensive as the Fry boot, I think. Thing is I would buy the Fry boot, like invest in it, if I was like, I knew I was going to wear it a lot. Thing is I feel like it's not a shoe I can wear with a ton of outfits. So I'm heavily debating on getting a Fry style boot. I think it's cute, but I'm like, how often would I wear that type of outfit and where would I wear it to? You know, it's not like an everyday. I feel like I'm trying to go with like everyday shoes that can match my everyday style. These next few are definitely ones that I would wear all the time. Nike Cortez. I like these specific ones I found on Urban Outfitters. I just like the color of them. I love my Adidas Sambas. The Nike Cortez kind of reminds me of the same kind of silhouette, kind of vibe that it gives you, but I just really like these. I feel like it goes with certain outfits in different ways. I just like them for an easy athletic kind of shoe that can tie in a different vibe to an outfit. Same category are just like the basic sneaker, Asics and New Balances. I know those are popular. I wear, it's just like a plain pair of Asics that I wear because they're a very neutral palette. I wear them literally all of the time, mostly with my kind of like athleisure slash loungewear type things. Isaac got me these at the beginning of this year and I love them. They're so comfortable and they're just easy, where I feel still like put together, like it's a cute athletic type shoe. I also have some New Balances, but I prefer the Asics for actual like wearability. Mary Jane flats. These are the shoes that I feel like if I were to kind of like step outside the comfort zone and get a shoe that I wouldn't wear like a ton, but I still feel like would get a lot of wear, are these. Swore after coming out of elementary school, where my mom would buy me flats, these style of flats all of the time. I wore them with everything in elementary school, and I swear I was like, I'm never getting a pair of those again. Like, I was almost like, I don't want to use the word traumatized because that's extremely dramatic, but in the least dramatic way, traumatized by wearing kind of Mary Jane style flats in elementary school. Now they're coming back, and I'm scrolling through Pinterest and I see people wear them on Pinterest, and they're just really cute with like a little sweater. Like if you're just wearing like a little cardigan or just a little like lightweight sweater, I'm like, God, they are cute. They are cute. My staple shoe that I wear, I feel like so much, like I feel like, yes, sometimes I'll wear an UGG slipper or UGG boot, maybe if things are going crazy, but I feel like I get my wear out of those in the winter. But what I wear the most in the fall time, because I don't wear them as much in the winter, because if you have snow, you guys know the like material of Birkenstocks are like suede, majority of them, so it's a little bit challenging, you know, if there's snow and weather and stuff, and they're just not as thick. So I get majority of my wear of them in every other season, but majority of the fall. Obviously the Birkenstock Bostons, love those. There's also this style of Birkenstock. I haven't seen it before this year, but I really like the silhouette of this specific shoe, so I'm really wanting to pick that up as well. And there's also this braided Birkenstock, really has a little like braid, you know, going on the I think it's the Boston silhouette. I really like those as well. Those are all of the shoes that I like to wear during the fall time. Moving on to clothes, I tried to really tackle what I feel like are my like staples when it comes into like making any type of outfit in the fall time. Obviously, you know, we're gonna say jeans. I love a good jean, okay? And I also love, like right now, I'm gonna scoot you guys back for a second. Recently, if you guys watched the last fall diaries, I hauled this set from Aerie, and I also love these style of sets. So this is like a knit pant. I always have to roll up the pants because I am so short. Cozy sweaters. I love a good cozy sweater, okay? The mock neck is very popular this year with sweatshirts, with sweaters, everything. And honestly, I'm gonna be completely real with you guys, because a mock neck is like a turtleneck. It's just not as tight, but a mock neck is still going up as a turtleneck does. For a good portion of my life, I have had just beef with turtlenecks because I hate the way I look in turtlenecks, but I really I feel like healing that. This is very dramatic. I'm using very dramatic language, okay? Just stick with me. I feel like I'm healing that with the mock necks because I do like those and I like the way that they look, and healing for me to wear mock necks because I would have a literal breakdown wearing turtlenecks because I have a rounder face. This is just something I know about myself, and so it would send me into a literal mental spiral. Cozy sweaters, chunky knit sweaters. I've always loved the look of like a good chunky knit sweater. Also a good like lightweight cardigan. I love lightweight jacket. Y'all know the Aritzia vests and little like fleece. There's ones with a hood, there's the quarter zip, there's all the way, there's the vests. I absolutely love them. They literally are walking the runway fall and winter in my closet. I have been eyeing this one from Favorite Daughter. I got an ad pop up on TikTok and the woman was wearing it, and I was like, that jacket is literally so freaking cute, and it's a jacket that I would see on Pinterest and be like, where can I find that? But it is pricey. It is pricey, and I have been looking at it for like a few weeks now, and I just keep coming back to it. Like in free time, I'll like go back. I have like the window open on Safari, and I just keep coming back to it because I'm like, it is so cute. It's one of those jackets though that it's like, it's not like an everyday wear though. That's what's hard for me. Overalls, depending on the weather, maybe you can do some shorts, maybe you can do some pants. However, I feel like overalls don't look the most flattering on me, which is what is heartbreaking, where I'll wear them and I'll be like, I just feel like I look silly, you know? Is that a perception issue or is that just the truth? Who knows? Specifically, I had to highlight denim jackets. I have this denim jacket that I think is at my parents' house that I love and I've had for years from Grey Bandit. It's like this oversized fit. I can wear it over hoodies. I can wear it over anything. And I have been like a denim jacket fashion lover since high school. One of my favorite things to wear in the fall time, again, because I feel like in the winter it's a little bit too cold to just throw on a denim jacket over a hoodie. You might have a day here and there where it's fine, but in the fall time I feel like that's a constant outfit that I put on that I just feel like is without fail every single time so cute. Hello guys, a few hours later with a different caffeinated beverage. I came at you early this morning, and I just feel like I used to drink energy drinks in the morning before having literally anything to eat, and I just feel like that's not the way to live. We had to take a little quick break, and as I've been doing that, I have been planning out stuff for October. And I know I've said this like so much, but I feel like I want to get more into creating short form content. Or I feel like you just at one point like have to acknowledge where social media is going when it is your job. But I'm coming up with a lot of short form content ideas, and I feel like right now I'm in a season of my life where I could start over with content, as in like make more short form content and stuff. But obviously YouTube is my like main priority, but it would be nice to like dip the toes in the water of some short form content. So let's finish up talking about our fall fashion. Okay, I think the last place that I left off was the denim jacket. Absolutely love, staple in my closet. Next up we have activewear. My favorite activewear is from Aritzia. I love so many of their pieces. I feel like it's cute just to wear athleisure if you are going to be working out and then running a few errands, or even just like sometimes just I like to wear athleisure around the house. And you know, if I'm going for a little hot girl walk and then getting a coffee, like it's a nice little put together outfit where I think it's still very, very cute. However, my probably most worn outfit, especially in this season of life that I'm gonna be wearing, is just matching lounge sets. So obviously I already talked about the one that I'm wearing. Aritzia sweat sets in my house, they are the best thing in my house. They're crew necks. There's like a specific crew neck, but I got it in gray and then in this green color, and I love wearing that with the sweatpants as well, or even just like on its own with some biker shorts, whatever it may be. I love those. I love their zip up hoodies. I love their sweatpants. I also love that they come in, well, maybe not every color, but in a lot of colors. They come in like short, regular, or tall. Last category I have accessories. A nice like watch. I have a watch that I got for Christmas that I still need to take to a jeweler to get links taken out of it because it's too big for me. And I constantly, like whenever I'm on Pinterest and I see a cute outfit and they have on like cute earrings and then they have on a cute gold watch, I always am like, I literally have a cute gold watch. I just need to go get it fixed so I can actually wear it. But I want to get more like rings and stuff. Like I said, even though I'm constantly like forgetting to put them on, but I love the look of like having cute rings. But I also, why did that I sound kind of Australian? I also feel like I get overstimulated easy by things, and I feel like jewelry and then my socks are the first things that I get overstimulated by. The very last thing is bags, as in purses, you know, an accessorizing bag. I have a few purses that I love, especially like cycling through, specifically from Coach for the fall time. One of them is the Brooklyn. It's a red Brooklyn bag from Coach. I got it last year and I wore it all throughout the fall and winter time. That was like my go-to bag. I also have a Coach tabby purse that is in this red color as well that I wear. I've had my eye on this one Coach purse for 2 years now. I have been thinking about this purse for 2 years, and it has cycled through different colors that I'm like, I should have just got the purse when it was that certain color, but I feel like right now they have like the basic, I think it's like brown black. I really do enjoy like big purses. I like small purses for certain occasions, but I feel like I always lean towards having a bigger purse because again, I carry so much stuff with me. And also again, not to say this season of life yet again in this video, but being a mom, I feel like too, having a purse, like a bigger purse, if you're out, instead of being like, okay, I'm carrying a car seat, a stroller, a diaper bag, and a purse, I feel like I also am leaning towards having like bigger purses. That way I'm like, you know what, let me just in one area, especially with this specific bag that I'm talking about from Coach, it has like its own dividers where one side could be for my stuff in it and then the other side is like perfect to throw a few diapers, wipes, and then, you know, a bottle warmer in for when I am out if I need it. I feel like this is like the perfect bag where instead of carrying like a ton of bags if I'm going somewhere, especially by myself, like especially if I'm going somewhere alone, to just have like one purse. Those are all of the like fashion items, what do you want to say, trends maybe, even though I feel like honestly the items that I tried to talk about, I tried to stray away from like micro trends and more towards like these pieces are literally pieces that you will see every single fall, like sweaters, jackets, things like that. Maybe where you get a little more trendy is within the shoe area, shoe department. I don't know, but those are all of the ones I wrote down.